Okay, everybody, this is Randy with Carchaeology, and I am on my way to pick up the 56 Ford Wagon that I shared in my previous video. My buddy Garrett from Ranchin Hot Rods, who's in the area as well, he's going to come help me with the load and retrieval, and I will probably need his help because this thing is properly buried up there. But it's fairly early in the morning here, not too crazy, but it is starting to warm up. It's going to be a hot day today. I'm hoping we can get the thing out of there before the heat really starts kicking in, and I can drag this baby back home to the lab and start dreaming about what I'm going to do with it. So let's go. Okay, will the winch be able to drag this bad boy up into the trailer? We shall see. There you go. This is what we call digging them up right here. Gets a little man in on board. Too cool. All right, are you turning the wheel? Is there a bunch of dirt built up behind the wheel?
This one there is.
Well, let's dig it out. Any resistance we can avoid.
The Ranchero was literally into here,
Oh,
all
man.
around the sand. Yeah, sometimes
I think whoever pulled it up to here must have just drug it until it wouldn't go anymore and then just gave up. That's my guess. Crazy. Slowly but surely she's creeping in the trailer, but fighting us every step of the way. Now we're getting the front wheels up on the ramp, and it's kind of buried over here. If it was easy, everybody would do it, right?
Exactly.
Okay, man, that old bird fought us a little bit, but we got it in the trailer. Major thanks to Garrett and his son Oz for the help with getting that thing in there. It was a challenge. Rough dirt roads, my God. It was a challenge to get it in there, but it's been sitting a very long time. Tires are super flat. The ground was super soft. The winch wasn't working right. We had holes to deal with and all sorts of stuff, but patience gets it done. So it is in the trailer, and we are on our way back to the lab. We're going to stop at Dairy Queen for a good ice cream for Garrett and his wonderful son, and then the fun begins. But owners were awesome. This was her dad's first car. She's going to dig through the family archives, see if she can find some old photos of him with the car, which would be great. She had a huge pile of keys, and we magically found the keys for it, which is really super awesome. And it's game on. So very fun car. I'll do a little wrap up when I get home, kind of peeking at it in the trailer and tell you what the next steps are. So I've made it back to the lab with the Ford in the trailer. I'm gonna open up the door here and take you on a little walk around and show you what we got. It was a super hot day. It was up around 100 degrees or so when we were wrestling with this thing. And boy, was I dirty and hot and sweaty when I got home. So now I have had a shower. The sun is setting. It's cooled down significantly. And I've got myself a new project. So this is gonna be fun. So as I mentioned before, it looks like this thing was repainted once in like a gray color here. And you can see that on some of the pieces. But that gray has faded away to reveal that original paint. Now there's some areas here where you can tell that things were sanded down, chips and scratches and stuff, probably when they did that gray paint job. That stuff isn't gonna go away if I polish, but maybe I can get some life out of this original paint and do some careful blending or touch-up if I want, or just leave that as a part of the patina. The way it's worn through on the top of the fenders to the primer, you know, that's kind of cool. Some of the fades, some of the issues that it has cosmetically, well, obviously that stuff is kind of in fashion. Fortunately, all the glass is good except for that driver's side roll-up window. crawling around underneath it. It did look like there was a little bit of rust in the front cross member there. I'm going to have to look at that a little closer and see if that's something that I can live with or if it's something that needs to be done. But I'm kind of visualizing what I want to do with it, and I think I'm probably going to try to chase down some old like 5-spoke Fenton mags or something to put on it. Just some kind of old school hot rod looking wheels. Maybe put surf racks on the top, bluff it up the best that I possibly can. See if I can reupholster that front seat in that original Western material if I can find some of it. Make it run and drive, surfboard on the roof, some stickers in the windows, something like that. Just make a really fun beach cruiser out of it to roll around through the California sun. I'm super stoked that the family found the original keys. The original keys have that license plate number on the key ring, which is super fun. And it's going to be cool to get this thing out of here, get some wheels underneath it, and start the process. But before I do that, I've got a couple of adventures ahead. I'm going to go this Monday out to Monterey for Monterey Car Week. And Monterey Car Week is going to be an absolute blast. I'm going to drive the 356 Porsche up there and share that with as many people as possible. And then I come back, I've got to show the San Marino Concorde that I'm going to bring one of my VWs to. And then I've got a fantastic adventure going with my friend John. We are going to fly to Maryland and pick up 2 vintage Volkswagens and chase each other across the U.S. in those cars. So watch for that. That's going to be a fantastic adventure. And then if and when we make it home from that, I'll dive into the Ford project. In any case, I hope you enjoyed watching us drag this thing out of the hills. I wish I got a little bit better video of it, but it is what it is. And the car is here waiting for me when I get back from these adventures. Thanks for watching, everybody. Keep on digging them up and driving them. Bye-bye.